For me in particular, when the movie came out, yeah, we got death threats, doxed, all the rest of it, quite a lot of it, you know. A lot of it that I haven't talked about in really specific terms, just even for security reasons. I can't even say some of the things people have said to me. And that was all, you know, that was all expected. It shouldn't be expected, but we know that, and I'm certainly not the first person to experience this, that trans activists are vicious on a level that other kinds of activists rarely reach. I think trans activists can be even more vicious to women who stand up to them.
Agreed.
And I think part of the reason for that, if I'm just to like psychoanalyze them, is I think that there's some envy and jealousy, actually. It's the male trans activists in particular who are the most vicious, in my experience. And I think in the experience of women who stand up to them. But then also there's like this idea that if you disagree with them, that you are interfering with their self-perception. And if you interfere with their self-perception, it's like a form of murder, they see. Because if you take away how they perceive themselves, or if you interfere with that or question it, then you're like destabilizing their perception of themselves.
Do you think they actually think this? Because I've always thought of it as a linguistic trick. It's a way of legitimizing violent behavior or threats of violence by claiming that, you know, you're raising their existence, when actually I think they realize they're still there, right? Or do you think they genuinely believe that by saying you can't change your biological sex, you are erasing them?
I think it's a mixture of both. I think there's a lot of drama and pageantry that goes into, and anytime the outrage brigade gets into action, there's always a lot of people that are pretending to feel things they don't really feel. But for some of them, it's at some level they do actually think that the most important thing about them is how they perceive themselves. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, if you're a man who identifies as a woman, then that's who you are. But it's this very fragile thing. And if they hear anyone question it, then they just sort of panic and lash out, sometimes violently, I think.